Oh yeah, I got the Parks and Plazas area. Oh god, I thought it was some kind of cult. My goodness. Why aren't you moving, buddy? Where are you going? Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, there are definitely problems in terms of, you know, managing traffic. I think that's fair to say. Intrigued to see what this does, if anything. I don't think that. I mean, so let's bear in mind a few things. I think Skylines is about 10 years old now. I want to say it's about that. I think a lot of people's computers, if you look at a lot of the older mods and things, it says, careful, you know, this will melt your PC. It's very intensive. I think nowadays a lot more computers can run the traffic management side of this game a lot better. $2015, so yeah. Oh, it's very simple. Don't you worry. This is looks complicated. It's a very simple junction. Yes. Okay. I'm just tidying up these hideous junctions. Oh, you won't like it if you see it. Tailbacks of several miles. It's the driver's fault. They drive like idiots. Reduce the lanes to 2 until... Problem is, we've got several exits here. So what you're saying is, this lane goes off, and then you cannot. There's only 2 lanes. So then this lane goes off left. And then when this one joins, it becomes 3 lanes again. I mean, certainly for traffic predictions, the format for this is actually not that bad. The formula, if you like, for how traffic is generated in City Skylines is quite straightforward. If there is something that people want to go to or need to go to, it generates traffic. Now, the issue is that the routes are not smart. So we've got only 2 hearses out at the moment from this cemetery. But there are multiple dead bodies here, and the hearses are just not interested in going. Now I suspect that's because each hearse can essentially pick up more than one body. So it would rather sit there and say, someone's already on it. Do you know what I mean? So someone's got their feet up, and it's alright, hearse 386 is on the case, we'll just sit here. Which does kind of make sense, but I don't feel that I should then be punished. It feels like that's the guys that work at the cemetery's fault, not mine.
Nice jump, Alistair!
Spilskinanka just resubbed for 69 months, 69 months, Nietzsche. All health mondobout. Mond, MOND.
I mean, I'm just delighted that our cable car system not only works, but is thriving. This I don't understand is this one's using all the hearses all the time, which is fine, I get that. But there's clearly someone's been waiting here to be picked up for quite a while. Yeah, build a whopping great Banhammer regional office. And my personal favourite, the BT Tower. People loving that. To sync up these traffic lights. So this one is synced up with this one. Now I'm sure there's a way to do that. Can I sync up traffic lights? I'm just not talking very loud. Could I, like, tie them together?
Nice jump, Alistair.
Cheers, Griff.
Griffith just resubbed for 98 months.
Cheers, Griff.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Metil 1289 just resubbed for 10 months.
That should work so that when this one is green as well. I bet this one just never turns green though. I think I made a mistake there. That's good though. We've got these synced up so that traffic never stacks up in here. So when this one is on, this light is on, which means all these cars here are emptying that way, and some of them will be going that way. We want to allow this third one to go as well. So I think I need to do add step. And give that, we'll give that 15. The pedestrians are not helping. Does seem better though. Still allow this green on the third step. For these guys, you think? Otherwise they're waiting for like 30 seconds, aren't they? Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's have a look at the steps anyway. Right, so step 1, they're green here. No, they're green here and here. So they can go out here, they can go along like this. Step 2, this is green, so these cars can all filter out. So this has to be red. Step 3, this could be green again is what you're saying. Because these guys are just going to stack up here, so these guys could go. Let's see how that works. Poor little pedestrians. That side road empties. Now it's their turn. This road is going again. Fills up again. So I think we're just alternating between these two being able to go into here. This should go green next. And this should clear out and this should fill it up. Need a way to get these damn pedestrians across here. I spoke about the Lineker thing last night. I think it's pretty funny that there's nobody hosting Match of the Day tonight. I think it's nice to see people having solidarity with their colleagues. I think people have forgotten that. So it's complicated for a few reasons. First of all, there are some people at the top in the BBC who are literally in the pocket of the Tory party. So that's a big concern to people, right? Yeah, the commentators pulled out. Final score isn't on today as well, apparently. So it's pretty crazy. But I want to look at a couple of the different aspects of this. First of all, Gary Lineker did sign a contract saying that he wouldn't make political tweets, or that the BBC was like, don't do it, because you're essentially representing the BBC, and you're like the highest paid host that we have. You're a big name at the BBC, and you're a big name, but you know, it was pretty famous in Britain, Gary Lineker. You're really upsetting the government when you just come out and say the Tories are a bunch of cunts, and then go on to something that is essentially the state broadcaster, right? You are a state broadcaster. That's what the BBC is. So please don't do that. And he signed that contract, and then he does it anyway. So I understand them being annoyed about that. Why they're doing it is two reasons. First of all, so Andrew Neil is a political journalist. So his role is very different from Gary Lineker's. Now, Andrew Neil, probably, if the BBC tried to say that to him, while you're working for us, you're not allowed to say anything publicly that's political, he probably would have told him to fuck off. But Gary Lineker probably didn't care, because he's not a politician or a politics journalist. He's a fucking football presenter. Right? So it's like different audiences. I very much doubt the people that listen to Gary Lineker follow Andrew Neil. And whilst some of the things that Andrew Neil says you might well have an issue with, because he's conservative. If not conservative, you're probably going to think, the fuck is Andrew Neil talking about? And he looks like this old crusty boomer. I get it. But that is his job. And the BBC is meant to be the state broadcaster. With the Qatari World Cup, I don't know. I don't know. why that was not an issue then, and this is now. I don't know. So, no idea. I know that certainly, I feel like when they were in Qatar, they had that big first episode of the World Cup, didn't they, where they were like, let's talk about the rights of people here and issues and all the rest of it. And I'm pretty sure they all chipped in and had their say. But they have a right to do that as part of the broadcast. If the broadcast team has agreed to it, that's fair enough. And I suppose the other thing is he's not criticising the Tory government. He's criticising what's happening in another country. So the reason that the Tories don't want, or the BBC doesn't want BBC presenters criticising the Tory party is the Tories want to get rid of the BBC. They have wanted to do it for a very long time because to them it's uncompetitive. And it's not fair that people get locked up for paying a licence fee, or for not paying a licence fee, and why should the BBC be given money by the state to make the same programmes that they are competing with private companies? So from the Tories' perspective, they want to shut down the BBC. So people that are fans of the BBC and the licence fee should essentially not be saying, how dare the Tory party tell us what to do, because while they're in power, they will do everything they can to shut down the BBC if they're given an excuse. If you think that people like Suella Braverman and Rishi Sunak and Ian fucking Duncan Smith and Jacob Rees-Mogg and all those like arch Tories would not whisk the rug under from the BBC tomorrow if they could do it, you're crazy. Same with the NHS. They would do it because they hate what it stands for. It represents essentially some form of socialism, right? Not like a communist state broadcaster, but it is essentially a socialist idea that we all pay in and the broadcaster makes programs for everybody, and it's not subject to the foibles of the market. So the BBC traditionally, recently, doesn't want to criticise the Tories because the Tories will take away the BBC. But from a non-Tory perspective, looking at the BBC, you think, but there's like the guy in charge at the top of the state broadcaster sorted out a massive £1 million loan for Boris Johnson and donates money to the Tory party. So they're like, BBC's run by Tories. But from a non-Tory perspective, from like a Tory perspective, to them, the BBC is like a bastion of liberalism. I mean, if you look at the kind of people that are presenting shows and talking and going on the BBC, making these TV shows, they're not Tories doing it. Andrew Neil is an exception at the BBC because he's famously conservative and works at the BBC. That is unusual. Most people that work at the BBC are seen as being very liberal. When it comes to the news, it's a bit different, and they try to have more of a mix. You have some more conservative people, some more liberal people, and that's as it should be. The news shouldn't be one side or the other, or you're essentially just in favour of biased media. And as their job, given that the Tory party did win the last election and are in power, and probably it's about 50-50 who supports what, the state broadcaster, the BBC, should present a balance of conservative viewpoints and Labour and Liberal viewpoints. That's just the way it is. Otherwise, they're not doing their job. So people on the left despise Laura Kuenssberg. She is doing her job as a journalist. You may not like her, but essentially some people might really like her because she actually represents them. The BBC is meant to represent people. Half the population is probably conservative voting. So if you just say, well, fuck them, then you don't have a state broadcaster anymore. You have, like, Guardian TV, if there was such a thing. So if you want that, that's a different argument. But the point is the BBC is meant to be impartial and is meant to represent the views of as many people as possible because we fucking pay for it. It's not like a channel where you can just turn it off and you don't have to watch it. You're paying for the BBC anyway. So Gary Lineker coming out and saying this stuff, I agree he should be able to. I don't see the problem. I think people should be able to. We should live in a society where the Tory government is not so fucking fragile that somebody questioning what they're doing leads to the downfall of society. We have to shut down the BBC. It's ridiculous. But he did sign a contract saying he wouldn't do that, and he did. So I understand why the BBC suspended him. I also understand why his colleagues have stepped out and said, well, we're going on strike with him. I get it. But Tozer, here's the thing. Just consider this for everyone saying that. If Andrew Neil had come out, or let's say Nigel Farage worked for the BBC, and he'd come out and said something unbelievably fucking unpleasant, like he did recently about asylum seekers, and he'd said that on a tweet whilst working at the BBC, would you be defending him? Or are you defending Gary Lineker because you agree with him? Okay? I'm just saying. You have to have a set of rules because you will be judged by those same rules as you want to set up. So the people you don't like will be playing by those same rules. So if you're saying he should be able to tweet whatever outrage he wants whilst working at the BBC, despite signing a contract saying that he wouldn't. And I have some Jewish friends who pointed out that people always jump to, this is just like the Holocaust and all the rest of it. We wouldn't defend him, but the BBC would not have cancelled their show. That's a double standard. You can't predict that, Joe. You can't predict that. You can't say for sure. If Nigel Farage had signed a contract with the BBC saying, I will promise not to tweet about politics and tweet inflammatory stuff politically, and then did so, I mean, people are falling in line because they agree with Lineker. That's the point. But if this was someone we disagreed with, people wouldn't be supporting him. So you can't support one person and not another. So Alan Sugar may not have that same contract. And I'm unhappy about a lot of Alan Sugar's tweets because he's a fucking idiot on Twitter. It's a tough one, but you guys, honestly, everybody agrees with Lineker, so they're like, yeah. All right. I mean, if the argument is how come you're looking out for one and you know, telling Lineker off, but you're not telling these other yahoos off, I'm on board with you. But I think they should all be able to tweet what the fuck they like because they're not owned by the BBC. But I'm explaining why the BBC have this kind of knee-jerk reaction to people tweeting stuff that is seen as critical of the Tory government. And it's a combination of factors. Probably that the guys at the top are Tories, and secondly, that they don't want to get shut down by the Tory government. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to explain it. Everybody's like, the BBC's run by Tories and they're cunts. But it's a little more complicated than that, isn't it? You know what I mean? Exactly, Fermion, and it's a weird question that this one thing was allowed and this other thing isn't. I get it. But we do have to understand a little bit about the detail rather than just say, fuck the BBC, they're all a bunch of Tories. There has to be more to it than that. Nothing's ever that fucking simple, is it? I don't know anything about that heretic. Fiona Bruce downplaying domestic violence and getting let off. I don't know. I mean, the BBC has not covered itself in glory for the last few decades. Does anybody want to talk about Jimmy Savile? You know what I mean? They fucking knew and they hid that for years. Just saying, I think it's funny how very, very quick people are to jump and support Gary Lineker because they agree with Gary Lineker. That's all. He's going to get some water. Thanks, sweetie. Oh. I fucking hate Braverman. You know what I hate about her? Every picture of her, she's got this, like... oh, yes. My wicked plan. That's every single photo of her that you ever see. She looks ridiculously pleased with herself. Let's check out the land value around here. Richie Twat Central is not as Richie Twat as I hoped it would be, but it's getting there. How fancy are these buildings? Okay, they're very fancy. How much money are they paying me? Is that the Guggenheim? Yes. How many citizens do you need for a fucking aeropuerto? 60,000? 55,000. This is already very richy rich. I mean, look, this is already level 5, level 6, and growing, so it'll get there. They've got blimps. They've got parks. They've got it all. What we could do is put a little road back here. A little leafy path down here that has a load more parks and things on it. We'll build these dog shit houses, and we'll build some more rich houses in here. Oh yeah, fucking cry about it more. Anyway, I am not, if anyone's doubting, I am not having a go at anyone who is supporting what Gary Lineker's said, and I understand why his colleagues have come out in support of him. Seems a decent thing to do. I think the government it's right to criticize them for what's happening. I'm just saying it's not as simple as people have made out, and it's just interesting to see that. I feel like people's natural bias towards the things that they agree with means that this is like this cause celeb. But I very much doubt that people would be celebrating the words of other people in the same way. And if you want to support free speech, you have to allow people you don't agree with to talk sometimes. And that would be people unlike Gary Lineker, who people apparently love. So it's just, it's more complicated than it seems, I think. I don't have an answer for you about why some people get criticized and some don't. You know what I mean? Because here's the problem that we have to address, is that quite a few people probably agree with the Tories. So Gary Lineker coming out and saying this is Nazi shit is probably counter to what at least half the country thinks. You have to accept that quite a lot of people in Britain are pretty fucking racist. As I'm sure is no surprise to any people of colour. We are not the good guys all the time. I'd say about half the people in this country will probably happily vote for this Tory government, regardless of what they fucking do. Maybe not half, but at least a third. And in fact, the further right the Tories go, that base is probably solidified. So I don't think it's necessary to assume that the things that Gary Lineker has said are universally accepted. I think there's quite a few people who think the opposite. And are like, yeah, fuck Gary Lineker, he's wrong. Get him out. Oh dear. 6 lanes going down to 2. That never goes well, does it? Well, Mr. Roundabout, you just got a free upgrade. We're going to make you a very snazzy 4-lane one-way roundabout. I reckon that'll do. Oh no, 4 lanes can't be one way for some reason. Can this be one way? There we go, more lanes equals more good. I know, Samurai. I know. It's quite hilarious just how fragile some very conservative people can be about pretty much everything, so... Looks like a lady with big hips. I suppose this middle bit does. Now then, where could we afford infrastructurally? Hexagon or Septagon is going jolly well. People fucking loving living in the Septagon. Deceptagon. It's dead nice here, isn't it? And we should put some trees down. What kind of trees do you like? Oh, I think just a load of boreal pines. Doesn't really suit the vibe. What about palm trees? Oh, a bit sick of them, but yeah, go on then. Put down a load of fucking palm trees. Oh, it's outside city limits. Outside city limits. Outside, outside, outside city limits. I'll stop. So the cable cars carry power. That could have been a nice little angle. I want to build a lovely marina bay here for the septuagenarians, or whatever we're going to call them. So we could have a pedestrian seafront area. Yeah, we'll sort that power out in a bit, don't you worry. Don't you worry about that, young fella, me lad. Now then. I think this water is 100% safe. Almost 100% pure water. It looks drinkable. Just a hint of goopiness to it. How do I test how clean it is? I might move this. You come over here and sit there and clean up any poo particles that escape. Get going. Come on. Can we check? That's pollution. Good. None as far as I can see. Now then, what can we build here? Requires at least one service point building. Okay, what does that look like? Oh. Pedestrian areas can be created by using the pedestrian area tool and pedestrian streets. Every area needs at least one service point building to take care of the garbage and cargo needs. Only pedestrians and certain emergency vehicles are allowed on pedestrian streets. Buildings that use these buildings that use vehicles that are not allowed on pedestrian streets cannot be built on them. Area panel can be accessed from any service point building inside the area. Alright, so oh, my cup of tea in my best dad ever mug. Thank you, sweetheart. What? That's a good cuppa. Thank you. Love you too. There's an overlay for water pollution. Wind pollution. Outside connections. Water. Not seeing it, bud. Now, does the pedestrian service point building, which I've forgotten where it was in here, does this need to be inside a pedestrianized area? Ah, okay. Right. Okay, so small sandstone paved street. Small sandstone pedestrian street with trees. That sounds nice. Let's have a look at that. Very nice, very nice. Welcome to Myrtle Pedestrian Area. You may enjoy the facilities, such as roads, and large service point, small cargo point, large service point, small garbage service point, large garbage service point. Now, what can we put on it?
Nice jump,
Pedestrian
Alistair.
area
Theobstar
plazas.
Fox just resubbed for 26 months.
Grazie.
26 months together. What a pleasant journey it has been. If you are taking naming request, please can you call one of the Pupshoots Star Fox?
Welcome to the Myrtle Beach things. Tourism and leisure. Can we put things like a restaurant pier here and people can go to it? Or does it need... Will the Popo be able to get in there? Or what's the deal? Love that. Love that building. Think how hot it's going to get under there in the summer. Whew. So what you're saying, you think I can put
Nice
normal...
jump, Alistair.
Stormix True per just resubbed for 1 month.
Normal things along here. I mean, I'd like some classy shops, not just like Bill's Burgers. You know what I mean? Good. Ruin that otherwise charming beach, but we must build a marina area. Is that gonna count as connected? Don't tell me that needs power. Come on, baby. This is something I really hope they fix. Because having to do this sucks. We've ruined Myrtle Beach. There are people coming. Dog shit. Yeah, now you can't really see him. Now, can I limit the kind of commercial activity in the commercial area? Sugar ban. Street music for sure. I mean, it's something. Oh, the blimp traffic is fine. Don't worry about that. You know, it occurs to me, friends, that there is an opportunity for a cable car system here. That will drop you right at Myrtle Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not lean out of the cable car. There are live power lines just on the side of the cable car. So people can now get off at this cable car, get onto this one, and go to Myrtle Beach. Do they have to go all the way down there to cross? I thought you could add pedestrian crossings. I mean, there is a cheap way to do it, which is you just put... People are just using it as a parking space. That's fine. We need something down here that'll really grab the people's attention. What if the chirpy group center building? No, let's... Something fitting. A friendly neighborhood park, mayhaps. The Cinema Zoo Palast. An expo center. Come see the expo center on Myrtle Beach. This is just like when they built the IMAX in Bournemouth. I was looking... Don't do this, by the way. Don't do this. If you want to enjoy Cities Skylines, don't go and look up these lads who just spend their time playing Cities Skylines. They make the most beautiful cities you've ever seen. You will look at your city and think, what am I even doing? This is... What's the point? It's so depressing. We need to get more students to level this up. He's called something like Biffa Plays Indie Games or something like that. I watched one of his vids and now that's all my feed is filled with. And he's like a bog standard English lad. But he had this custom railway asset called the Tarantula Station. And essentially it's a square underground station that services regular trains. I think it's either regular trains or maybe metro. It might be metro. But you bosh it down. It's a huge square. It's beautiful. It's got like 4 different stairways taking you down to this gardeny looking underground area. And it's got multiple tracks coming out of it in like 6 directions or something. It was stunning. It was absolutely stunning. And I just thought, why can't I make something nice like that? And the reason is I suck. What are you all waiting for? The tram. Well, where is the tram? 12 passengers. 90 passengers. Alright, Green Line needs more trams. Where are they looking to go, anyway? Oh, they're just going to the other side of town. Lazy devils. Where are you going? Going home. It's only 3 blocks. Let's get a tram. No, I'll get a tram. Oh, is there no schooling here? No, there is. You got a public library. Do we not have a high school here? Oh. Well, people must be educated.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Scuffeds Kelly just resubbed for 1 month.
Grazie. How's it looking education-wise in here? It should be stonks. Oh, wow. We are lacking elementary schools in a big way. Oh my goodness, there's whole sections of this city that are just unsurveyed. Oh, we can't put one there. Could we? Would appear we have. Next to the dump? Oh, that's a cemetery, thank God. high capacity. God damn it. That is a high capacity high school. Right on the junction of hell. Oh, nobody uses the library anyway. Come on, everybody gets it online these days. This could be better. This needs to be a three-parter. This needs to be a three-parter. Or not. you got a better idea, let me know. The issue that we're having here is a lot of these cars are going straight on, and as usual, I want to say to them, if you are in the left-hand lane, you must turn left. That would save a lot of problems. All these last-minute lane changes that just foul things up. Could do more lanes on the off-ramp, move more cars through. That might be worth a shout. Let's see how that looks. Let's upgrade it to just highway. I don't know if it'll fit is the problem. Might have to move it. I think one thing we could do at this junction is stop people changing lanes. We might have to traffic light control this bit, but I really don't want to do that. The problem is this is going to cause chaos. I think I can tell people don't enter this junction unless your exit is clear. Is that the one that's... Is that saying don't enter this junction unless your exit is clear? I think that's what that's saying. We'll find out. That is not what it is saying, apparently. I mean, it's doing all right. The key is it's moved the waiting line off the highway. It is better than before. It is better than before. They are loving life. That's great. Man, did you hear they're building a basketball court? White dudes only. Go on, son. Little one-on-one action. Oh! Houses getting schnazzier. What do you got for us? Tier 4. Tier 4, baby. 6 seniors? Oh, it's a bloody old folks' home. Why'd we build a basketball court? People are loving it. You can live along here? No. No, madness. No school access, nothing. Forget it. Man, our money fluctuates wildly, doesn't it? Wow, we built that school and immediately 2,000 students arrived. Education! Education! We lack goods to sell. Crimea River. Oh dear. This is already a time junction. How can you lack goods to sell? We import so much stuff. Still, again with the dead people. What are you guys doing? See how much this screws up our entire network. No Richie twats ride the blimp, apparently. I feel like people only go if there's commerce there. They don't seem to travel for any other reason. A very fancy circuitolog. A 4-story hairdressers. People gonna peep, you know? People are gonna do people things. I feel like we could build some more houses out this a ways. Just expand. Always expanding. Ah, shit. See how much this fouls things up. This'll make them come. Made me come. Won't it? It should be able to, because we have these service centers. And I believe we can upgrade them into commercial service centers once we've had enough people come through Myrtle Beach. So we can build this once we've had cargo trucks using the service points. Do you know what the game tells me with pop-ups? With little watery things. If I don't notice for a while, let me know. Blimp Jam is really something, isn't it? It's alright. It works its way through. Don't make me build a power line. I'm thinking these Richie Rich types might need a new commercial area. The weather was angry that day, my boy. The day PFlax built offices in the Richie Rich area. Half the city's out of power! Oh, yes. About that. There was one power line. Like an old man trying to return soup at a deli. She was angry that day, my friend. I don't know what you're for, but I'll reconnect you. Wait, are you telling me that these power lines mean that this is all single? This has been a problem with us since the beginning. That red truck insisted on going into a different lane even though he was going straight on. What a dick. You know, lads, all of these lanes go left. Did you know that? Oh, but only one of these goes right. Oh, go right, I mean. A lot of these guys insist on being in the right-hand lane, even though they're not turning right until quite far down. Oh well, the traffic's moving. I think we might have to traffic light this junction because it's hideous. It's going to cause chaos. But not the organised kind. Yeah! You said Papa! Huh? Okay. Oh dear. Just a cloud. Just a cloud, Mr. Mayor. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do about all those dead bodies. Our cemetery is simply not working properly. I don't know why either. No! Oh. Alright, problem spotted. This is one way. I mean, if you look at, let's take a huge high-rise building like this one. There's 25 households for a total of, what is that? 20, 30, 40, 30, 40, 50, plus 60, 70 people living in this building. Now, I'm not being funny, but given the size of it, to say there is a total of 25 households in a building that is probably 10, 20 stories means that in this huge building there's only actually 25 possible living locations. And this one, 25 households in a building of that size. I mean, to put that in context, if that was a hotel, think how many rooms there would be. So given that people might want bigger than a hotel room, maybe they'd want the size of 2 hotel rooms, I still reckon you'd fit more than 50, 25 rooms in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, and hotels have to fit in all kinds of crap. Like the numbers are way off. But again, this is stuff that I'm sure will be fixed subsequently. So what is the issue here? Multiple problems, not many customers, and the shelves are getting empty. There's not enough goods. What is this? This is the company. Appears to be just an ice cream stand with a cinema. I love that. That's a historic building. This side never get to go? I'm worried we've messed up our time bit. I reckon that's what the issue is with them. I reckon we've messed up the timing on this junction. What's this light for? We'll see what happens. Because I'm intrigued. No, it can't be for trains. I think you're right, though. I think that might be for trains. Oh, wait. That's the train one. And that's the road one. Children in the game yelling. I kept thinking it was my kids. We did this. Oh no, that might screw them up in a big way. I think we need to give this lot more time. And we need to sync it up. Yeah, I think we might need a phase when only they can go. You know what here's what we could do. Sadly, I don't think there's a way to tell this traffic light. You can only turn left. You can only turn right at a certain point, you know what I mean? The problem with this junction comes about because we can't have a one-way network because of the monorail. The f***ing monorail. Monorail is a complete waste of money. There, I said it. Alright, I said it. So the problem is further down now. So the problem is that we're shifting tons more cars now from here and here than we were. This can stack up. It's not as important. It's not as busy a junction. But the problem is that although it's green all the way down here, this might be red and trap them, but I think it's still working. This is an issue. This is now an issue. I wonder if we could just palm this off on another part of the city by making no right turn at this junction. No. Madness. Oddly enough, the traffic management is one of my favourite parts of the game, so I don't really mind it too much. The train is fine. The train is fine. Look, monorail is off and moving. What are they waiting for, actually? Hold on. Alright, hold on. I don't know why the train keeps stopping. Please, Mr. Monorail, just run. There you go. Well, you know, it seems to be functional. With the traffic lights thing, I was dead against it, but I've come to realize that without it, you cannot trust the idiots that live in this city not to be the worst drivers in the universe. What on earth? The Thornton residence. Wowzers. It's functional. You are getting where you are trying to go, are you not? Yeah, but are you not? Yes. Very well then, what seems to be the problem? Are there underground railway stations? No. I mean, we could bosh down a train station. Be pretty poggers. Connect that up with that train line over yonder. Don't get excited yet. Everybody's like, "Yay!" Yeah, we'll see, sunshine. We'll see. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Now, how am I going to get around these cable cars? It's going to be a very, very, very elevated train network. Boink. Now, can we get out this way? Blort. Doot. Damn, there must be a way. Nuts. They said it couldn't be done. Shit, are we gonna have to move the cable car network? How many people are using it? Oh, cry more. Lol. We just moved in. I don't care. What kind of train are you? Passenger train. Transporting passengers to elevated station. Yes. Yes. Look at all those customers. Going to fishing pier. I want to see what route this lad takes. Taylor Reed, a young wealth adult going to the fishing pier. He's gonna take the cable car! We could take the train, honey. Shut up! I didn't come all the way to Goontopia to take a goddamn train. They're famous for their cable cars. So the intercity line didn't drop him all the way in here. Oh dear. Would you live in this city? Yes or no in chat, please. And if so, if you say yes, which part would you live in? Would you live in we need to district this actually. This is Septopia. Name. Hold your answers. This is Birdsong Heights. It's flat. What are you talking about? This is Giga Shop. Mark, we got a Giga Shop? Yeah. This is just. Who cares about these forgotten neighborhoods? Goons at the Beach. Oh my god, we just deleted all of those houses. They all have to come back. Oh well. Goons at the Beach. Goontopia north or south. North, south. There's also Richie Twat Central. Shit Heap Riverside. Those are the neighborhoods you get to choose from. Look how many people left the city. Look, that's a much needed break for local resources. All those houses have now dropped. All the new ones will now be level 1. Oh, there's people using the station. They're all tourists. So ideally we're going to set this up so it's an absolutely massive circle. I just need to figure out how to do that. What kind of road is that? That's the one with... Is that 6 lanes? 6-lane road with bicycle lanes and tram track? No. Two-lane road with trams and bike paths. That one? Yes. All right. Two-lane road with trams and bike paths. Let's remember that. there a chance the track could bend? What's that? Ice Cube Factory? Don't care, mate. Sorry, buddy. It's called Progress. Look it up. Oh, now we could be absolute mad lads here. I need a way to get over this way. Wait, we got sewage problems. Sewage treatment is off. I bet one of them's unpowered. Yeah, knew it. Knew it. All right, what are you struggling with here? Yeah, you'll have to wait till everyone catches up with you, mate, I'm afraid. Now then, how are we going to get this line? Have you ever seen a more wonderful example of, like, Isambard Kingdom Brunel levels of engineering? It's just stunning. Look at it. It's magnificent. Now then. Would we like to connect it to this industrial area or just slam around? Smash past the monorail, straight over that, straight over this other line. We could smash into a station down here. Give it the old under over. No. No, we must build bigger. My God, it'll be beautiful. We'd like to stop at Shit Heap, I guess. Now it's simply a matter of connecting up. I think we can just connect to this line. Or we skip past this, have a double line. No, I think we just connect here. Oh, wait. We need trains to be able to come back the other way. Fucking job done. Right, now then. A route.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Brock 192-basso just resubbed for 6 months.
Grazie. Right, let's fix the many power issues that we've got. Look at this. No one on it, but we'll get there. People looking to ride the train. How many people are on this one? 27 people! There's 10 on this one. Once word spreads, this thing's gonna be jammed.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Kent Core just resubbed for 1 month.
Oh, wow. Cool. So I'm thinking maybe we only let one station accept the intercity travelers. But then again, fuck it. Tons of people. Look at all those people. You are on the wrong platform, I'm afraid. $240 people on this bad boy. Let's see where they're going. So some of them got off there. $100 of them got off there. $40 got off there. $18 got off there. About 40 got off there. I mean, I wouldn't want to ride this bit either. Some got off there. Anyone getting on? No one's getting on. Oh, we need water at this station. The metro's doing great. It's going alright. It's going alright. It's bringing a lot of tourists into the city, which I'm happy about. People love the Giga Mall. The Grand Mall. Grand Mall Turkin. It is fast.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Prodigious or just resubbed for 1 month.
Yes! The Goon Training Academy is leveled up. Right. Alright, now we can build some more things for our university. What can we squeeze in? Thank you for the sub. What's this? The IT club? I think we've got an IT club. I think that's it. That's the police academy. Trade school cafeteria. Trade school gymnasium. Trade school dormitory. That's the elementary school. IT club. Okay, so we've got IT club. Commencement office. I think that's that. We've got an academic statue. I think that's it. That's the fountain. Fountain. Academic statue. Trade school auditorium. I want to say we've got one of those, but maybe we don't.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Itzrion just resubbed for 2 months.
Grazie. How big is the auditorium? We need to extend our path. Oh my god, we could connect up. The university is linked to Wonder Park. I'm a Goontopia. I go to Goontopia. Go Broncos. We are kicking ass in the football. That's fantastic. And in the baseball, also kicking ass. Yes, go Goons. Exit light. Enter Goons. What else do we need to build to increase its attractiveness? Another varsity sports thing, maybe? We've got a football stadium. We've got a baseball stadium. We don't have track and field. Or a basketball arena. Well, it looks like we need to move the... We could move the... No, let's move the motorway. That seems the most reasonable course of action here. Hi, this is the Dean of Goontopia University. We're going to need you to move the highway. Could you do that? Right away, Dean. We're going to pinch some land from Wonder Park as well. They'll appreciate this. Don't you worry, Wonder Park. You've still got all the attractions you need to be a 5-star resort. You're the reason people come here. We just have to nick a little bit of land. So we can fit a friggin' basketball arena in. Must be placed roadside. Oh, this nonsense. Yeah, they're just paths. We need to bring this road out, basically. Tuck you in. Squoozed. Just hope the kids can get there. Still got other buildings we need to build. This is one fat campus, let me tell you. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to add this area to the campus and extend paths over here. That's stage 5. If we get there. How's our attractiveness? Still low. God, you need so much space. It'll do. It's a 4-star university. It's not a 5-star university. Let's be clear about that. Can we chill with the anti-baseball rhetoric, please? And always, always the blimps stuffed with passengers. Imagine having all these better options and thinking, I'll take the blimp. I've spotted a problem with our timed. There's no way around that, unfortunately. Sorry, people. Anyone traveling north on this road is just pretty stuck. Sure is smoggy. Cheeky. Who would leave their moped on this road? Who would park on this road full stop? You'd have to be insane. God, it's 5:41. Whew, time flies when you're playing this game, eh? See you lot tonight. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.